The great part with this is you don't need a lot of budget. You don't need a lot of resources to do this, but you do in some cases, and in most cases, need to reallocate where you're spending your time. If the key people in your company are spending 48 weeks of the year on the conference circuit, they're not going to have any time to actually support this kind of initiative. So we need to be a lot more selective on the national and global conferences that you participate in. For sure, when you look at this objectively, there's bound to be a bottom 20% that should be fired immediately. And right then and there, you've freed up 10 weeks a year to work on getting in early enough and often enough to be the criteria shaper. What does being the criteria shaper look like? The cool part is if your company already has a classroom or a conference room that can comfortably seat 15, 20, 30 people or whatever, and you have access to that room and can reserve 60 or 90 minutes once a week, and you do this 12 times a year for each of your most important segments. So it may look something like week 1 of the month, you're hosting a micro event for your primary buyer personas. Week 2 of the month, you're inviting your secondary buyer personas. So depending on your business model, maybe week 1 is for CISOs, cybersecurity executives. Maybe week 2 is for engineers. Maybe week 3 of the month is for your channel partners, your MSPs and your integrators. And in each of those event schedules for your 12-part series, the goal is to invite multiple stakeholders from each of your target accounts. And the more relevant, the better the value, the better the expert, the more likely it is that the right people are going to attend. And when you say, gee, when it comes to this topic, we know it takes a village. Typically, this stakeholder, this job function benefit from attending. They'll hit the forward button and you'll see it's working because you start to see 2, 3, 4 people from the same company attending and learning together. And that's where you're proactively driving alignment in the formative stages of the buyer's journey, where there is an opportunity for you to shape the criteria, where you're getting in early enough and often enough for your internal experts, your hand-picked guest experts for this series to shape the criteria. If they're not located close enough to your facility where they can drive within 30 to 60 minutes, take the show on the road, run a road tour. If that's not practical, run a webinar series. Always record, always repurpose. It's incredibly important if you want to shape the criteria that you're in there early enough and often enough with the right people in the right places at the right time, and most of all in the right context.